I think a lot of people have very firm views on 0 hours contracts, be they employers or employees. What the Chief Minister has asked me to do is chair a committee looking into 0 hours contracts and the way that they apply, because one of the things the government's very keen on doing is examining 0 hours and finding out, is it fair to both employees and employers? Are there any changes that need to be made to the way that 0 hours contracts work in law, or is everything fine?
The irony is that the government itself is the biggest user of 0 hour contracts, we're told.
In certain areas, so for instance, my Department of Health and Social Care uses 0 hours contracts, and certainly I've been approached by some individuals who favour 0 hours contracts because they say as an employee it gives them flexibility. They might not want to work a set number of hours a week, so 0 hours allows them to be adaptable in their lifestyle. I've had other people approach me and say they don't particularly like the concept. They feel it's not giving them the work that they feel they need. So I think it's a mixed bag, and that's precisely why the committee has been set up, to ensure that what we're doing on the island with 0 hours contracts is the right approach, and if it's not, it's an opportunity for us to change it. So what we will be doing is we'll be going out with an online survey for the public and employers as well to complete, to give us their views. We will also be holding evidence sessions as well, potentially with certain organisations, including we've had engagement with the unions already as well to gain their views, and the committee is not coming from any pre-declared position. This is a genuine examination of 0 hours to make sure that it's fit for purpose.
The biggest criticism is that people have employment rights under contracts in normal cases, but a 0 hours contract can be open to abuse, can't it?
Well, I think one of the things we need to be very careful on is employment right. There is employment rights with 0 hours as well. So it's not a case
the same,
of,
though, is it?
They're not always quite the same, but there is, and I think this is one of the problems as well that maybe the committee will uncover, maybe it won't, is it's important that employers using 0 hours contracts understand that there is still employment rights that go alongside that. Just because it's a 0 hours contract doesn't mean that employment law doesn't apply. So the committee will be looking into how 0 hours contracts are applied, and also getting a wide range of views, both from across employers, how they find it beneficial or how they find 0 hours contracts actually are cumbersome to them, and also from employees who are on these 0 hours contracts or have been on these 0 hours contracts. So I would urge the public and employers to engage with us, complete the survey and give us as much information as you possibly can.
Is this survey being sent out or is it online?
It will be available online, and there will be an announcement later today as to how people can access it.
Is there, at the end of the day, the possibility that the 0 hours contracts could be abolished? Is that open to the committee to recommend?
I don't want to set any hairs running, but obviously, like I say, the committee's coming from no pre-declared position. We could turn around and say there's absolutely nothing wrong with the approach now. It doesn't need tinkering with. We could come back and say 0 hours contracts need to end or they need to be adapted. We honestly don't know. It's an honest open book. It's a committee that's having a proper examination of 0 hours. We're not coming from any pre-declared position on this.